afternoon or evening, class 9, BPK Penabur. Today I'm going to make a summary about all the materials we have learned since class 7 until now. We have learned the definition of drama, theater and sandiwara. Drama is the act or the play, the things we do on stage. Drama derived from Greek word drauma, which means to do. And theater is a place to play a performance. But it also means the dramatic literature or the play itself. Nowadays, theater has wider meaning. All things involved in an act, performance, the building, the play, the audience, and etc. are considered theater. Theater derives from Greek word also, which means a place to watch. Continue, sandiwara is the other name for theater in Indonesia. It has a deeper meaning than just a play to entertain. The play has to have a good moral or good message to people and to the world. Sandiwara derived from Java's word sandi and wara. Sandi means secret, wara means a pathway to something. We also know that in making a performance, we do need a plan. We need people in divisions and sections to help and works it to become real. There are two divisions, art and productions. Art relates to the act and the play. Costume, property, lighting, music and sound, makeup and stage. While production relates to the things that support the art, like transportation, health, documentation, promotions, fun, food, marketing, and etc. There is a director who leads the arts, and there is production leader who leads the production. And if the event is so big or the performance is so big, we need maybe a producer. A producer is a person who help the finance, the fund, or finance the works. There are steps that we have learned to make theater performance. To make a theater performance, we need script as a guidance. And after having the script, we need to do dramatical reading for we know more about the play and do the casting. After the reading, we do blocking and memorizing. After memorizing all the blockings, all the lines, we do detail. We do detail to make it into perfections. We make designs of the props and makeup and costume, lighting, music and sound. And at the final stage, we do rehearsals. There are 2 rehearsals, remember that. And after that, the performance. These are the steps for having a good performance. It can be generalized if you want, because it is not only for theater but for all kinds of events or performance. Going into deeper understanding about theater, we know that there are kinds of theater play: presentational, representational, or realist, another word, pasca-realist or post-realist. Presentational was famous in the 18th century. It has a grand style, a side and soliloquy types of characters played. Representational, on the other hand, or realist, is the development of the presentational type of acting. There are naturalism, selective realism, suggestive realism. These representational acting are different from the presentational acting. In representational, the audience is ignored and treated as they were not there. Post-realist is a freer acting play. It is a combination of both presentational and representational playing. There are types of it: symbolism, theatricalism, surrealism, expressionism, epic, and absurdism, and etc. In Indonesia, theater evolved from ancient culture and prayer. That is why Sandiwara has a more ethic and moral matters in the play. Playing a theater must evolve the people, either the audience or the players, into a much better person, a more humble person, a more disciplined person, a more honest person, a more person who can appreciate even small things on others and he or herself, a more person that can appreciate all things, maybe a more religious person. Maybe there are two kinds of traditional theater: keraton and rakyat. Keraton comes from a palace performance. It has more detailed costumes and music, and the dialogues, the dancing are having more aesthetic values. Different from keraton, with his glamorous play, rakyat has a simpler play with a lot of humors and spontaneous dialogues and acts. And sometimes it has little dirty dialogues, but without the intention of insulting, of course, because the actors know their limitation. The actors must have a good knowledge and understanding about their environments, their surroundings, and their situations. Besides, they also have a good voice and body gestures with a good certain creation of imaginations. Though theater rakyat and keraton have a lot in differences, they have one thing in common. The result of the performance ends with a moral lesson, engaging the people to have a meaningful and better attitude and life's view. There are a lot of cultures in Indonesia. Indonesia is a country with very rich cultures and resources, human resources. There are more than 350 tribes in Indonesia with their unique cultures and ethic, languages, and theater. To make it simpler, we narrow it into 18 customary laws-based territories. There are 18 of it: Aceh, Batak, Minangkabau, Jambi, Melayu, Dayak, Bangka Belitung, Sunda, Jawa, Bali, Bugis, Toraja, Gorontalo, Minahasa, Flores, Ternate, Ambon, dan Irian. The most popular traditional theater is wayang, or we can say Indonesia's puppet show. It made from coarse skin or wood, and even in today's era, plastics. The most used stories are Ramayana and Mahabharata. These are the most famous stories. Though these stories are from Hindu Buddha about war and love, in Indonesia it was used for religious message, for spreading it. And what makes it so Indonesia, there are punakawan or panakawan in the Ramayana and Mahabharata of Indonesia. In that time, the people who became the figure of the drama was called Vyasa, the person who created the stories. They are often considered gods. In the modern era in Indonesia, these traditional theaters are influenced by West cultures, which became modern theater. The figures of modern theater in Indonesia are Teguh Karya with his Teater Populer, Arifin Cenur with his Teater Kecil, Putu Wijaya with his Teater Mandiri, Nanori Hantiarno with Teater Koma, W.S. Rendra with his Bengkel Theater, Suyatna Anirun with STB Bandung, and there are many more. The development of Indonesia's modern theater is divided into 4 periods of time. It starts in 1885 until 1925, which called the modern theater pioneering period. Continue with the modern theater resurrection period in 1925 until 1941. Continue again with the after effect modern theater period in 1942 until 1970, and the current modern theater period in 1970 until 80s. Well, these are all the summaries about all the materials we have learned since class 7 until now. Of course, I skip the details like kinds of costumes, makeup, properties, music and lightings, how to achieve a good basic technique of acting, stage parts positions, terms of good blocking, definition for all styles of theater plays, the stage of modern theater period in Indonesia, and the definition and kinds of all traditional theater of Indonesia from North Sumatra to Lombok, proposal and theater publications, and some more. So I hope this gives you a picture about all the things that we have learned from these past 3 years. And I just want to make a statement for all of the 9th class students. Remember, making a note is important. Making a note is a good thing. But if you do not read it, it will be a waste. And it will be pain on the ass if you don't have it, and if you don't listen to your teachers. So I hope you have a great future, and God bless you.